This is the second episode of the series of my videos. It's a series that takes a deep look at off things that make you go, huh? Anyway, try your best to, enjoy the video, even though you already know what it's about. Yep, you saw the title correctly. This video is about who can say the gamer word, also known as the N-word. This isn't some prank clickbait video. I am literally going to be talking about this word for the entirety of this video. There will be 5 chapters to this video to fully understand the creation, concept, and controversy of this word. The chapters will be as followed: the word's origin, its present use, who can say it according to social culture, the outstanding hypocrisy, and a conclusion. But before I go any farther, I want to make one thing crystal clear. I am not a racist. I see all humans as equal. I know that may sound hypocritical because of the video topic, but believe me, I don't hate or discriminate. And saying racial jokes shouldn't make a guy racist. Saying I wanted a dark-skinned friend so I called tech support doesn't mean I hate Indians. It's just a joke. Suck it up and grow a pair. Anyway, on to the first chapter, the word's origin. My guess is that a lot of you know that the word nigger comes from a history of black slavery and racism. According to Wikipedia, the word originated from the word for black in languages such as Spanish, negro, and French, nigri. So this led to a lot of early American slave owners calling their slaves one of these words or a variation of it. Honestly, there were like a dozen early variations of the word nigger. Like, look at this one. Imagine if that variation was used today. Yo, what's the word on the street, my ninja? Anyway, it eventually got to the variation that is most commonly used today. And it basically stayed the same for the next 2 centuries of the 18 and 1900s. It's also been used in a lot of different media, such as this funny song that stuck out to me called Run Nigger Run. Here, let me play you a little bit of it. Why aren't we taught this stuff in school? Like, I'd much rather listen to this song than see the Twin Towers fall for the 14th time in history class. Anyway, that practically covers its origin. And you know, it's a very simple one. It's a variation of a word from another language, just like half of the other words in the English language. Anyway, on to the next part. Its present usage in the world. I don't need any research to back me up here because I'm guessing that a lot of people already see the word nigger as either a harmful word or the worst word in the entire world.
Oh, it's such a cruel, terrible word, bringing back the horrific memories of slavery to present black citizens. All should refrain from saying it.
Sup, nigga? What's going on?
Except for the blacks themselves.
Alright, that's already getting too close to the next part of the video. I just want to talk about its present usage, because despite how some people think, it's still used just as often, if not more, than it used to be. Usually, you will see a lot of black people both online and offline using the word a truckload of times between other black people. I'd bet money that if you were standing next to a group of black people hanging out for 5 minutes, you'd probably hear the N-word about 10 or more times. And the way they use it is almost limitless. They use it to get the attention of another black person. Hey, nigger! They use it as an insult to people. That guy will always be a stupid nigger. They even use it to call someone a close friend. Dude, you'll always be my nigger. They also aren't restricted to only calling black people nigger. They can call anyone else nigger too. Like, you could be a white guy walking past a black man on the street, and the black guy yells, "Oh, nigger, get back here!" And you most likely won't think you are the guy he's trying to get the attention of, thinking to yourself, wait, I'm not black, so I can't be a nigger. Oh, and that leads perfectly to the next section of the video. Apparently, according to present social culture, only black people could say nigger. No one else can. Wait, why is that?
Oh, they get to say it because they used to be slaves, and we don't get to say it because we used to be the people who would own them and put them to cruel work.
Okay. Huh. So I guess I can't say nigger, eh?
Wait, you're not black?
No, I never said I was. I'm white.
I can't believe you would say it, Great. Don't you realize every time you say it, it brings back the horrific memories of slavery to the black community? You're basically calling them slaves.
Yeah, nigga, that's cruel, nigga. What are you, some white supremacist, racist, pro-slavery, nigga?
So he can use it to his heart's content, calling whatever and whoever he wants the N-word because other people who look like him used to be slaves 200 years ago. But I can't use it because other people who look like me 200 years ago used to own the slaves and sometimes mistreat them.
Exactly. You totally get it now.
So because of something bad people looking like me did 200 years ago that I had zero control over because I wasn't alive, the justification of that is not letting me use a word they used to use but now only black people can use.
Precisely.
So I can't say it because of my skin color, but he can say it because of his? I don't know, that seems kinda racist to me.
Well, you see,
Look, let's talk more about this in the next section of the video. There are 3 things that I want to talk about in this section of the video, all which have to do with hypocrisy. The first thing is why it's seen as racist if anyone besides a black person says the word nigger. I already said that black people can say it because some, not all, of black people were slaves in America 200 years ago, and all other races, specifically white people, can't say it because they either weren't slaves or actually owned slaves and abused them 200 years ago. But can we all understand something about that statement? Mainly the 200 years ago part? Any black person in the West who used to be a slave isn't alive today, and the same goes for the slave owners, and practically anyone else who was alive during that period. So saying that black people get to have this special word because of their skin color, something that they were born with and didn't earn, is downright racist. You have to agree, it is discriminatory to say only one race can say the word nigger.
yeah, well, a lot of black people are still treated unfairly by people like you, Grade.
So
So you can't say the word nigger. Oh crap, I said it!
Oh, looks like I have to beat up some crackers now.
wait, what do you mean you have to beat us up now?
Well, usually black people beat up white people for saying nigger.
What? Okay, how is this okay? So, as a white guy, I don't have the social right to say nigger, because only black people do. But if I do end up saying it, any black guy who hears me seems to have the social responsibility to beat me up. That's just stupid. Anyone who agrees with that is straight up agreeing to uncalled for violence. No, you don't get to beat me up. And if you do, I'll have it in my rights to use self-defense tactics to protect myself from you. Like using a knife. Or a Glock. Anyway, I already made it pretty clear from my first point. Nobody should have any racial privilege for anything, including just saying a word. Cause once we start that ball rolling, whoo boy, it can go pretty far. Anyway, on to the second thing that I want to talk about in this section, our freedom of speech. I'm guessing most of my viewers at least live in a democratic country that upholds your right of freedom of speech. And the main thing that I want to get across here isn't that we should all run down the street yelling nigger, 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 just trying to bug people because that's just being belligerent. What I am trying to say is that it should be totally fine if I do want to say nigger. Anytime, anywhere. Like, I'm not going to say it at my job or at professional meetings or even around people who aren't comfortable with me saying it. But the main point is that I can say it, and I should not get in trouble for saying it without nefarious purpose in mind. Look at the original Grade A Under A's video about swear words. He does a good job explaining why it's stupid to have words and not say them. And that's the main point I'm trying to get across here. There will be times when you should not say certain words in certain situations, I get that. But to say there are words that we can never even say, that's just so freaking retarded! But even after saying all this, if you're still some snowflake leftist who is still disagreeing with me right now, let me just get to point number 3. If there are going to be words we can't say because of racial reasons, why stop there? Surely there are words we shouldn't say because of economical, age, upbringing, religious, and an infinite amount of other reasons. Here's a really good example. I'm Christian. And as a Christian, I'm rather upset by all the times I hear God and Jesus' name taken in vain. So, because I and a lot of other Christians are offended by all the amount of people who aren't Christian who takes the Lord's name in vain, shouldn't it also be seen as socially unacceptable for anyone who isn't Christian to use that name in vain? It's the exact same logic, except this time, instead of being about race, it's about religion. And that's just one example. If we keep using this retarded logic, let me just set some more social rules for us to follow. Only homeless people are allowed to use the word hobo. Anyone else who does is homist. Only young people are allowed to use the phrase whippersnapper. Anyone else who does is ageist. Only blonde people can use the phrase dumb blonde. Anyone else who does is hairist. And only pedophiles can use the phrase child rapist. Anyone else who does is mappist. It is the exact same rule, except this time used for other reasons and differences. So if you still can't see how stupid this only specific people can say specific words that align with them rule, I gotta admit, you gotta be one of the dumbest people on the face of the earth. Like, I'm talking sheep of the sheep here, and I would seriously question if you ever received any education in your life whatsoever. I'm not trying to be rude here, I'm just stating facts. It's your choice if you want to accept them or put your face in the dirt like an ostrich. Oh, and one more thing I almost forgot. If you think you can use the excuse that black people can say nigger because of how much they've suffered, tons of other races, ethnic groups, religious people, and people with disabilities have suffered just as much as black people have, including Christians, which are one of the top most persecuted groups of people in the entire history of the world. Anyway, how many lines has this section been already under? 54 lines, including this one right now. Alright, I already know this is going to be a stupid long video for me to edit, so let's just go straight to the conclusion already. I've said my piece. In the end, say whatever the crap you want to say, I don't care. Just remember that the words you say reflect who you are to other people. Whether you want to say nigger, faggot, retard, or even take the Lord's name in vain, that is up to you and you alone, and I don't get to choose what you yourself want to say. But to say there are words that some people can never say is retarded. And frankly, if you asked me, I'd say if we stop caring about non-black people saying nigger, I honestly say that's one step away from racism, not towards it.
You know, mate, you're right. Timmy, you can say nigger as much as you want. Not because I'm giving you a pass, but because it's just a word and it's either everybody should be allowed to say it or nobody should. And believe me, I'm not gonna stop saying nigger.
Wow, really? Thanks, my nigger.
Huh, see? He said nigger, and I didn't care, and nothing bad happened.
That was just a joke. Thought it'd be pretty funny if I added that in there. Anyway, I'm happy I was able to make this video. It was a really big controversial opinion of mine that I wanted to get off my chest. Anywho, to completely change the subject, next video is about why Hollow Knight sucks. Because it does. Anyway, see you guys then. Peace!
It's either all okay or none of it's okay.